Well, what's up, beautiful people? We are getting stuck into the first game of the July Humble Choice, which is Age of Wonders Planetfall. So, as I explained in the previous video, the selection video, I am going through each of the games on Humble Choice, giving them my selection choice, and then giving them at least an hour, try them out for a little bit, and then give them a little bit of a review afterwards, based on my own little rating system. So, like I said, the first one is Age of Wonders Planetfall. It looked quite interesting in the videos that I had. So let's get stuck into it. Right, okay, jump into the tutorial.
Welcome, Commander. I am Ava.
Okay. So to survive, select your army and explore the nearby sector. Locate and investigate the overgrown biodome. Okay, you know what, we're just going to fiddle around, aren't we? Right click. There we go. This is basically Civ, isn't it? Just in space. I mean, I'm not complaining, I like Civ. I mean, this is just Civ, isn't it? Take these dudes out.
The battle has started, Commander. The defending army always gets to act first, followed by the attack.
I mean, I wasn't expecting it to go into this detail, I just thought we kind of fight in Civ style, but okay then. I reckon you'll be alright though. Okay, and 10. Okay, now how do we even... There we go. That wasn't too hard. Let's get a flanking movement going. Come on lads, there we go. Oh. Ooh. Just give these guys finish them off. Good working. Finish this guy. I'm still in the training, in the tutorial, god.
They never stood a chance.
Okay, let's annex this sector. You know what? I think I'd rather play Civ. Let's head over here. This is going to get involved in this, aren't I?
Engaging in army.
They never stood a chance.
Cool. Look at that. 3 turns. No drama. I mean, just have a look up here, why not? See what's up here. Okay. Let's go up here. Well, why not just spread out a little bit? Alright, this one. End the turn and just see my territory grow. I don't really feel like I've got any missions. Do a science out here. This is like Civ, isn't it? I can just build. I mean, I've said that loads of times. Do I have any? Do I have any info? I don't know. The tutorial just sort of like abandoned me halfway through. Trying to explore it, and nothing really seems to be happening. I'm just walking around and hoping that I wander into something at some point. I am feeling that there's a little bit of a lull in what's going on. You know, there's a very little action is happening. Oh, annex. More questions, annex. In the meantime, let's just keep walking around, claiming every other bit of land. I mean, I'm not very impressed with the map. It's I mean, hopefully there's other maps, but you know, there's not much in the way of variety. It all feels very similar. But yes, finally, that's the one I should have done ages ago. I've now annexed it. Finally annexed it. Oh god, that was a waste of about half now. I'm victorious. God, I could have just been victorious such a long time ago. Wow, there's a lot. There's a fair few. Oh, there's so many commanders. Dude. I don't know, let's just go with this dude. See what happens.
Peace be.
like brand new tech trees and everything. This may require some more thought. Send these guys right in there. I can do auto combat. Ah, you know what? I actually just want to do auto combat. Yeah, look at that. Easy, done. Do auto combat, come on. Yeah, all of them dead. Yeah, go on, you can do that. Ooh, upgrade my commander. Deadeye. There's a single one now, but I can't let it Deadeye. Yeah. Oh, let's just do. Expression sight. Enter. Oh. Risky battle. Ah. Well. We won. Only one casualty. Oh, pretty good. I thought I was going to be out of the game at that point. What is this? You want to join me? Yeah, why not? Why not? For the balls to come and say it itself, he deserves a chance. Oh. They're all being attacked. I think he's going to take it. I don't think anyone needs to attack it. Oh. Oh no. Well, too bad. Well, let's send you over there. Oh no. I have changed my mind. Dear symbiote Chinchon, we are the grown. For millennia we have lived in symbiosis with countless organisms throughout the systems, germinating where our seeds, we seem to have changed from interest in symbiotic relations. We of course have. What is it you seek? We seek to join you in symbiotic. Yeah, why not? Fair enough. Start a fight, do auto combat. Solid victory. Venom sniper. Yeah, take the reward. Let's see why I can't go and attack these guys. See? Too easy. Well, you know what? I've done a fair bit. I presume there's probably a lot more to the game than what I've experienced so far, but I'm going to call it there because I've done well over the time with the 1 hour. It seems like there's a lot to get invested in with this game. So yeah, let's call it there for now, and I'll quickly have a look at the go through my ratings for it. So I've just finished playing a couple of hours of Age of Wonders Planetfall. From honest, I don't really feel that's enough time to get really invested into the game and everything that it has to offer. But I feel like I saw a pretty good chunk of the features that were in it and what was coming next. Essentially, it seems like your sort of everyday 4X style game. And if I'm honest, a lot of the time I was playing it, I was thinking of Civ, and I kind of just wanted to be playing that again. But anyway, let's get on to the ratings for it. So, there's 5 categories that I rate my games on. They are story, fun, longevity, badass, and bizarre. So, first one, story. How good is the story in Age of Wonders Planetfall? It's got a story. If I'm honest, I didn't get to see all of it. From what I understand, there's different factions, and you get to go through the story with each of I think there's 6 different factions. So, there's probably some story there. It didn't really grip me what little I saw of it. I don't really think that's a big factor in the game. I think it's designed so you can have the repetitive sort of skirmish games, especially with the multiplayer side of things, which in a way you make your own stories with that, but I just don't feel there's enough there to really say there's much of a story. But it has got one, so it gets another few points. So it only gets a 4 out of 10 for that. But yeah. So the next one is fun. How fun was it playing the game? It was alright. I had moments where I liked it and I thought it was okay. But really, I just wanted to be playing Civ. That was what I really wanted to do. So, and when I wasn't wanting to play Civ, I wanted to play XCOM. It just feels the game is very much, trying to be the best of both when it just fails and kind of is just a half a game of each. I even ended up giving up on the on the sort of tactical combat parts of the game, and just went straight into it's also filled them for me. So yeah, unfortunately I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10 for fun. Could have been better, didn't really grip me. I might come back to it later to try and give it more of a go, but it's not high on the list. So next one we have is longevity. Now, being a 4X game, you can actually get quite a bit out of them, especially sort of one more turn, and they tend to last a long time. You're looking at sort of a couple of evenings to finish some of them. Anyone who's a veteran Civ player will know that. But you've got to combine that with how long are you actually going to want to play it for? Are you going to want to keep coming back to this and trying out new things? The one thing it has got going for it I was very impressed with was the the race and technology kind of combinations for some of the powers, and also you get a completely different tech tree on the military side, and also your doctrine on the social side is different depending on what faction you are, what technology you have. So I was very impressed with that. That was very good. And I think there's probably enough there that you can, if you're interested in this kind of game, you can keep coming back to it. I think there's better 4X games out there. Have I mentioned Civ 2 yet? So I'll give it a 7 out of 10. You can invest a decent amount of time in this, but I think ultimately you're going to be drawn back to one of the 4X games. Next one, badass. How badass is raising how much do you feel that you're gunning down things left, right, and centre? You're ducking, diving. How much of a badass do you feel? I think what I mentioned in the game section video that he looked pretty cool. He's got the guy with a scar on his mouth. But being a 4X game, you're slightly removed from the action. I felt you're just too much removed from the action here. At least in other 4X games, I felt tactically that you'd be able to pull off some really good strategies or manoeuvres and really outplay your opponent, and you do feel like a bit of a god when you do that. But in this one, maybe because I didn't play it for long enough, only a couple of hours, but I just felt too far removed from it. And there's a lot of information to learn, there's a lot of technologies to get through, and if I'm honest, I was just trying to get the review done, and probably didn't give it the time and attention that it deserved. So it gets a 6 from me out of badass. You do feel pretty good going through, especially the individual battles, the strategic combat you get to go through. That was pretty good. But once again, you playing XCOM. So yeah, 6 out of 10 for badass. And finally, we have the bizarre rating. How weird is the game? Not always a good thing, but it's always really nice when you find a game that's just completely off the walls, completely different from anything you played before. It's a 4X game. It's not that bizarre, but some of the races, some of the colour tones, I did like looking down the different commanders and some of the different units, and I thought, that was pretty cool. I may have scored this one a bit higher than necessary, but I give it a 5 out of 10. Maybe should have got less, but it's my rating. Screw it, I'm sticking with it. So that gives it a total score of 5.4 out of 10, which it's average. It's not great, but and it takes first place on the leaderboard. That's because it's the first game I reviewed. But hey, it's there. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll be back very shortly with another review on some of the other games in the Humble Choice. Anyway, peace out. I'll see you later.